Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Spiritual Transformer. My name is Randy Koo, and I will be your host for today. So, this week, I would like to do something a little different. So, one of my number one, maybe number two hobbies is like playing video games, which is true for a lot of people. So, I kind of want to get into that a little bit. So today, I'm going to be doing a video game review. But I can't review just any video game. This isn't a gaming channel, so I'm gonna have to try to stick with something spiritual. But there aren't really that many spiritual focus games out there. But there is one that's kind of close, and that game is Power Wash Simulator 2. So, a PowerWash Simulator 2 is a game that I picked up recently, and I've been playing with my wife. We pretty much play co op together for the entire game. We do every mission, so to speak, together. And I haven't really played a game by myself. It's a lot more fun and a lot easier with two people because you can divide up the work. But anyway, so back to it. So Power Wash Simulator 2. What is it? As the name implies, you play the role of a power washer. You know, the guy with the really, really big industrial powered water gun. And you just spray walls and ceilings and floors and all sorts of weird stuff in an effort to clean them of dirt. So every stage is something a little different. Sometimes you'll be spraying and cleaning large buildings. Sometimes it'll be outside. Sometimes it'll be inside the buildings. And you even get to spray things like a motorized scooter or a huge, huge dump truck, right? So all sorts of things to clean in this game. And but that's really all you do. You just aim. It's all in first person. You aim and you just spray and you clean dirt. That's it. That's the whole game. Of course, there's a bit more to it than that. As with any games, you can power up your washer. You can, with the money you earn doing missions, you can progressively buy better and better power washers, more and more powerful ones, right? And some of them are really neat. There's nozzles that, spray in a circle. There's nozzles that spray as a fan, right? There's extensions so you can reach the roof without a ladder. Yep, there are ladders in this game. You can pick up ladders, prop them against the wall, go up, clean, right? Balconies and stuff. There's even a scissor lift that can take you up and down again so you can get the height to do cleaning. It's as unique as it is, it's still very much a video game. So, why do I even want to talk about this on a spiritual channel? Well, because the experience is quite meditative. So, I've started meditating only for the past year or so. And the goal of meditation, well, for me anyway, is just to sit down and breathe and focus and quiet the mind. And all sorts of stuff can happen in meditation, really. And I guess the same kind of feeling when I play Power Wash Simulator 2. Because sometimes you could just be cleaning huge walls or huge ceilings. You're just going, shh, 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 just back and forth, back and forth. It's really, really zen. And the sound effects, it's just water. Shh. So it really puts you into that lull state, a meditative state. And sometimes when I meditate, I would get like things would surface up, anxieties, weird thoughts would just kind of surface. For me, it's mostly about work, all sorts of nasty, unwanted thoughts get triggered when I meditate sometimes about work, right? Because for me, work is right now, work is probably my biggest source of anxiety. So that's why I get that sometimes. And sometimes when I am playing Power Wash Simulator 2, it's really weird. I just be spraying And the same sort of anxiety gets brought up because I'm in this like zone, this Zen state, and it's really weird. And that's kind of why I want to do this video today, because PowerWash Simulator 2 is probably the most spiritual game I've played like almost ever, because it's just got that Zen meditative feeling to it. And I spoke before that I pretty much play co-op exclusively with my wife, just me and her doing sprays. Now, anybody who's played a co-op game before, there's a lot of chatter, a lot of laughter, a lot of fun to be had with you and whoever it is you're partnering up with to play the game. But there's a lot of chatter, right? Depending on the type of game, it could be like, cover me, somebody's coming from the left, oh my god, do something. And it's, you know the type. You need to communicate in co-op games, just to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, right? But in Power Wash Simulator 2, me and my wife just kind of go, okay, well, I'll handle this side, you handle that side. Because some of these stages are like huge. And two people playing can just be doing their own thing, and they might not even see the other person. That's how big some of these stages are, right? So me and my wife is just like, I'll go here, you go there, we clean. And then 5-10 minutes would pass, and nobody would make a sound. We won't talk to each other because we're just all doing our own thing, and that's really Zen, I think. Not saying it's a bad thing to talk to the wife, but it's really Zen. It's almost like the two of us just get into this flow. And that's another thing about this game, is that there is a kind of flow. There's just the right balance between monotony and actually doing something. So it's not just about cleaning walls and ceilings. Sometimes you really have to get focused about it, because there could be windows in the way of the walls, or like a skylight in the middle of the ceiling that you have to deal with. And there's all sorts of stuff, right? Depending on the stage, right? There's a shooting gallery stage where you gotta worry about pop-up targets. There's a planetarium stage where you have to spray models of planets. So it's not always just walls and ceilings, but these little diversions, I would say, and there's all sorts of that in the game, and these diversions doesn't really let you zone out all the way through. You can't just be spraying and zoning yourself up all the way through. Sometimes you gotta think a little bit, and that's a bit meditative for me too. It just takes your mind off and lets you focus just a little bit on the game, just a little bit. It's sort of the right balance between like taking your mind off something and focusing. It's just like focus and then not focus, and then focus and then not focus. Focus on something and then spray it, and then while you're spraying it, you're just turning off your mind, going with the flow. It's quite the experience. Now, I'm not gonna say that Power Wash Simulator 2 is going to replace your daily meditation, replace your meditative practice. No, it's not the same. But I still get some of the feeling from it. And that's why I kind of want to bring it up here. And also, it's just a great game. I mean, I know a lot of people probably don't want to sit and just spray and clean dirt off walls, but for those who like these kind of cozy kind of games, it's fun. I mean, the game doesn't have a time limit, doesn't force a time limit on you. You can't be defeated by any kind of situation. There's no monsters, nothing to fight. It's just you and dirt. You and cleaning dirt any way you want. If you want to use one of those scissor lifts and spray at dirt from a long range using your long range attachments, you can. You want to get up close, personal, and just use a fan nozzle and just spray the walls while you're moving along, you can. You could play any way you want. And me and my wife, we're loving the game. I do highly recommend this game for anybody who's interested. You can get it on Steam for PC. It's on the PlayStation 5 where I'm playing. I'm not sure if it's on a Switch or whatever, but Yes, I think it is on Switch. So you can probably play it anywhere you want, probably on the Xbox too. But yeah, so that's my review. But oh yes, I should really talk about something else. So yes, I do recommend this game highly. It does have a meditative quality to it, like some real ASMR things, right? But it's also full of bugs. And if there's really any negative to it, it would be this. Sometimes, especially for me, because I joined my wife's game, so she's the main player. She's player one. I'm player two. And whenever player two, me, picks up an object, like a soccer ball or some other decorative object, I can't put it down. It's just bugged. Bugged, bugged to hell. And we have to exit and go back into the stage. Luckily, anything we've already cleaned stays cleaned. So it's not like we're starting from scratch whenever there's a bug. But I've seen bugs where my wife had a bug where she was soaping up something and then she pressed a button that really doesn't have any function when you're soaping things, and it crashed her game. I've had one time I picked up a ladder and I wasn't able to put it anywhere, not on the ground, not on the walls, nothing, just bugged. There was once we had a scissor lift sitting on a stage that neither of us can pick up and move. Luckily, we can still spray around it, clean the area around it, and the game still counts as it being clean, so we were able to complete that stage. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know why there's so many bugs. None of these bugs are a showstopper. They will not interfere with completing a game, at least none that we've seen. We haven't beaten it, but we're close. So the bugs do hold the game back, but I still recommend it. I mean, if you really have to restart the game, this particular stage again, for whatever reason, that's never happened to us, but if it does, well, you just get to zone out and zen out again, right? So it's not that bad. But no, we haven't had any game breaking bugs, but bugs are there, so watch out. And yeah, that's it. I highly recommend PowerWash Simulator 2 just for the fun of it. If I do recommend playing it with someone, but solo play is just as valid as anything else. It will take you twice as long to clean whatever stage you need to clean. But hey, there's no time limit. There's nobody after you in these games. It's all peaceful. It's all nice. So yeah, it's a great game. I'm not gonna give it a score. This isn't really a review channel, but I do want to talk about this because as a spiritual guy, it's so rare for me to see something like this. And I do just want to put this one out there. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like the message or you like what you see, please drop a like, click the subscribe button, and you have been watching The Spiritual Transformer, and my name is Randy Koo. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.